Did you know that there are only 4 types of customers that go solar? And through the use of open-ended questions, we can identify every one of them and speak to these needs. For example, when you ask an environmentalist what he hopes solar can do for him, he'll mention the fact that he and his family can get all of the electricity that they need right from the sun and not for some dirty coal-fired power plant. He might mention that he's doing it to reduce his carbon footprint. He wants to leave the world to his children better than the way he found it. He feels that while the cost of a solar system is not insignificant, the cost of doing nothing is far greater. When you hear these clues, you can build rapport with the prospect by validating this point of view. You can respond with comments like, "A solar system is a clean, silent system that has no emissions, no vibrations, and after 30 years leaves no trace it was ever there." You go on to comment how solar energy has never polluted rivers or streams. It's never caused wars or political instability. Hey, when there's a huge spill of solar energy, that's what we call a sunny day. Let's review what you've just done here. You've asked the prospect an open-ended question. He responded with a point about his motivations as environmentally centered. You validated this point with information that resonated with him. In doing so, you've gained understanding and built rapport. The second category of customer, and by far the largest segment, is what I like to call the pocketbook environmentalist. Sure, the pocketbook environmentalist wants to save the environment, but he has to save his monthly budget first. He's getting buried each month with high electric bills, and he's looking for your help to crawl out from underneath them. These homeowners want solar to reduce or eliminate their monthly bills. They also want to improve the value of their property, and they're looking for no risk. When you ask the pocketbook environmentalist open-ended questions like, "What do you think solar can do for you?" you hear answers like, "Get rid of my killer electric bill," or "Get my money to actually work for me," or "Allow me to have some money left over at the end of the month." When you hear these clues, it's a good time to validate the pocketbook environmentalist worldview with some comments of your own like, "A solar system is the only home improvement that will pay for itself a multiple of times over. Dollar for dollar, it adds way more value than other improvements like a new kitchen, installing a deck, or doing the bathroom. If you buy a system with no money down, the savings is instantaneous and the return is infinite." And while the returns on solar are great, I like the very low risk profile of buying a solar system. Solar energy systems have no moving parts. They're designed to sit out and face the full wrath of Mother Nature and the 4 seasons and work incredibly reliably for a minimum of 20 years. That's a lot more stable than the stock market. So, again, through open-ended questions, we have gained understanding of our prospect's motivation and we have moved the sales process forward. Our third customer profile is the techno-enthusiast. The techno-enthusiast prospect is impressed by technology. He is amazed by the marvel that is the creation of electricity from sunshine. He might identify his motivation as, "I think it's cool. Solar is progressive. Tons of homeowners in Germany have solar, and they can see their electricity production in real time on their iPads." Techno-enthusiasts like solar because it's an enlightened, sophisticated form of electricity generation that they can monitor in real time on their computers. If you hear this, you can validate the techno-enthusiast's worldview with some comments of your own to build rapport. You might note that the new microinverters are really cool. They let you monitor your array's output from any computer all over the world. Our fourth profile is libertarian. The libertarian is one of my favorite types of customers. The libertarian is the homeowner who is sick and tired of being the little guy who has to pay whatever his electric utility charges him month after month for the fundamental commodity we all need, electricity. And you know what? He's not going to take it anymore. He is tired of feeling like a slave, paying whatever his electric company feels like charging him. And every year, the electric company raises his bill and he can't do a thing about it. Look, he didn't agree to his current price for electricity. He didn't negotiate that price. Big electric companies don't negotiate with the little guy. He's paying whatever they demand. because if he doesn't, they'll shut off his electricity and leave him and his family in the dark. The libertarian wants to use solar energy to make a stand for individual freedom. He wants to turn the tables on the utility by generating his own power. Putting a PV system on his home is going to help him stick it to the man. Solar energy means personal freedom. When you hear a libertarian prospect, here are some key words and concepts you should use to build rapport with him. Look, why buy electricity from the utility when you can own your own solar power plant? And once you invest in a solar energy system, you will know your electricity prices for the next 20 years. No more unpleasant price increases. So, let's summarize. We use open-ended questions to uncover our prospects' motivations. Next, we can segment them into one of 4 categories. Then, we can build rapport with the prospect through validating their views and showing them how solar can help them get what they want. All of this helps you move closer towards closing the deal.